Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. So today we'll be doing a Paul Millsap build. So this will be a really well-rounded, versatile, undersized power forward build. So make sure he's a power forward and we'll move on to the body settings. So Paul Millsap on basketballreference.com is listed at 6'7". So we're going to drop the height down to 6'7". In terms of the weight, we're just going to push that down a little bit to 240 pounds. It's just to make him as quick as we can while still having decent rebounding and defense and things. In terms of wingspan, we're just going to push that up by 1 to get it to 7'3". He's a solid guy, so we're going to keep body shape as solid, and we'll move on to the attributes. So for close shot, we're just going to push that to 80, because at the start of his career, you know, with Utah and Atlanta, he was more of an inside player than he was perimeter. That was before the league really took off with stretch bigs and, you know, high volume of three-point shooters on the court. Back then it wasn't quite as prevalent as it is now. Even though there were a lot of good three-point shooters, now it's just everyone's shooting threes. But back then he was more of an inside presence. So we're going to get close shot nice and high. At 80 you get the silver hook specialist and gold mouse in the house, which can come in handy. Now with driving layup, we're just going to push that to 70 to get some of those badges gold, and then push it one more to get fearless finisher bronze and an extra badge point, because fearless finisher on bronze is pretty handy to have. I saw an NBA 2K Shoots video that recommended at least putting it on bronze because it does give a boost to contact on close shots, not just layups. So it's really handy to have if you can get it bronze. Now for driving dunk, we are going to get contact dunks for this build. I did want a level of finishing that was, you know, above just standard. So you will get the pro contact dunks for this build, and the elite contact alley-oops at 85 driving dunk. So make sure the driving dunk's 85. Now in terms of standing dunk, we're just going to push that to 70. This just to unlock some good dunk animations and things like that. So make sure the standing dunk is 70. Now for post control, we are going to push that to 77. So at 76 you get all the post badges gold, and then at 77 post spin technician becomes one badge cheaper. So I just thought it might be worth it, and I had the extra point left to upgrade that. Now for shooting, as I said before, he was more of an inside player with Utah and Atlanta, but once he moved to Denver, he really became a really good stretch big. You know, he had a season where he shot over 40%, and he's got a career 34% three-point percentage, and that's with him not really taking many threes earlier in his career, so I think that's pretty decent. So what we're going to do is we're going to push mid-range shot to 85, which is the max, and then three-point shot is going to go one below the max, which is 79. So you will have the 25 shooting badges with this build. So you will be able to stretch the floor pretty well. You should be able to find a layout that suits you the best, that can help you hit from particularly the corners and on the elbows of the three-point line. So you should still be a really good stretch big for your team. Now free throw, he is a 73% free throw shooter, but I had the points just bump it up to 83. I just thought nothing else, I couldn't upgrade anything else but free throw, so I just bumped that up a bit higher. Now for playmaking, he only averages 2.2 assists a game for his career. He's not been really much of a playmaker, more an off-the-ball player. But we're still going to get the gold bullet passer with this build at 85 pass accuracy. So make sure we have that. In terms of ball handle, like I said, he is an undersized power forward and he could handle the ball a bit. So we're going to push ball handle to 73. You can get it up to 82, but I found that it wasn't really applicable to Paul Millsap. It didn't really represent him entirely, and I could use the attribute points to upgrade things elsewhere to get badges. So 73 ball handle, and then speed with ball we're going to put to 69. So you will still have silver quick first step with this build, and a lot of the playmaking and dribbling badges will be silver, so you will be able to play as a bit of a playmaking 4 and take guys off the dribble. So if you play your angles right, you can still be effective that way. Now for defense, he was part of the 2016 all-defensive team, so he was a pretty good defender during his era. You know, he averaged 1.2 steals and 1 block a game, so he's really versatile, really great in the passing lanes, and can protect the rim even with him only being 6'7". So what we're going to do is we're going to push interior defense to 80, which is the max. So you get that silver post lockdown. Perimeter defense we're going to push to 76. So at 76, you just get the silver clamps. Now for steal, we are going to push that to 72 to get the silver pickpocket. For block, we're going to push that to 83, which is one below the couple below the max. So that's just to get the extra badge point, and you also get gold intimidator and silver rim protector and things, which are really great. In terms of rebounding, we're just going to push offensive rebound to 61. He didn't average a heap of offensive rebounds. You know, he averaged 7.1 rebounds for his career, so he wasn't a huge rebounder. And only a couple of those were offensive rebounds, so he wasn't a huge offensive board force. So we're only going to upgrade that to 61, and we're going to push defensive rebound to 91, just to get that gold rebound chaser, because I still think it's important for the build. And you know, as an undersized power forward that has come off the bench for some years, you know, 7.1 rebounds a game is not too bad. So make sure the rebounding's 91. In terms of physicals, I'm just going to push both speed and acceleration to 70. For a power forward, that's not too bad. It's pretty fast. You can push it to 75, but I don't know if you'll notice much of a difference between 75 and 70. That's speed and acceleration. We're going to leave strength as it is. Vertical, we're going to push to 75 to make sure we get those contact dunks, and the rest will go on stamina for 90 stamina. And that's the build. So in total, we have 23 finishing, 25 shooting, 21 playmaking, and 25 defensive badges, for a total of 94 badges, and this really well-rounded, versatile Paul Millsap build. You know, this is the ultimate type of glue guy for your team. If you play a lot of Pro-Am, a lot of rec with your friends in 5v5s, you can be a really valuable glue guy that does pretty much everything. You know, you can guard the perimeter, shoot from the perimeter, post up, take little guys down to the post. You know, you can handle the rock, play make. You could be a walking 5x5 player with this. So it's a really versatile, well-rounded build that can really hold the team together. But we'll take a look at the takeovers. I just chose interior badge drop because he was a pretty good defender. And then spot up precision because he did become a really good shooter later in his career, particularly with Denver. So those are the two I went with. As you can see, you built a two-way stretch glass cleaner, shades of Chris Webber, Draymond Green and Scotty Barnes. We'll take a look at the badges. Now for Millsap, you know, earlier in his career with Atlanta, where he was a four-time All-Star, he was particularly good in the post, so I think a lot of the post badges will be worthwhile putting on for Millsap. So back down punisher, drop stepper, you know, fast twitch could be really great, hook specialist, you know, slithery finisher, awesome as well. You've only got the bronze rise up, which is a bit disappointing, but you do only have the 70 standing dunk, so you won't be posterizing too many people, and it's very difficult to dunk on people with standing dunks that are taller than you. So I don't suspect it'll come into play too much, but you do have bronze rise up there, which gives a good boost. Now we've got silver posterizer, lob city finisher, limitless takeoff could be great to help with those contact dunks. You know, you've got bronze fearless finisher to help on contact, and then maybe grace under pressure because he was particularly good around the basket despite his size. So that could be a good layout for Paul Millsap. You may want to put on bronze unstrippable as well as just a handy badge to have. Now for shooting, like I said, he did become a pretty good shooter later in his career, particularly from the corner. So you know, corner specialist, catch and shoot, and Deadeye, they're the really good off the catch badges. You know, hot zones, he definitely had his hot zones. You know, snipers there, gold. You can push that to Hall of Fame if you like. You know, fade ace because he was a post player in his career. Still had a good midi jump shot. You know, green machines there. Slippery off ball's great. Apart from that, you still got 5 left. So if you're truly just making a Paul Millsap build, you can upgrade those badges and make it really effective. Or you can put some things on, some luxury badges, you know, like limitless spot up. Maybe because you do play off the dribble a bit, you could put circus 3s on or stop and pop, something like that. So for Paul Millsap, with the attributes that you've got, that could be a really effective stretch big type of layout. Now for playmaking, definitely want gold bullet passer. That's just a must for every build. You know, you've got the quick first step, silver, stop and go to help with speed, unpluckable so you don't get stripped. You know, you've got tight handles, you know, needle threader and dimer can be great. Chuck on glue hands. And then you may want maybe post playmaker or handles for days to help with a bit of stamina. You may want to put extra badges in this just to get maybe break starter and post playmaker, just a bit of boost on those kickouts. Or you may want to drop something like stop and go down to bronze, give you the extra couple of badges to put that on to get break starter and post playmaker, and that could be a really good layout for Paul Millsap. Now on defense, like I said, he wasn't an all defensive team member, just the one time, but he was also a full-time all-star, so no doubt he could definitely defend. You know, he's got averages of above 1 a game for both steals and blocks, which is pretty impressive if you think about it. Not a lot of players do that. So we definitely want some good defensive things. We've got the 25 badges here, so you know, Intimidator, get Pick Dodger on because he could guard the perimeter. You know, post lockdown, tireless defender, rebound chaser. You know, you got pickpocket here, chase down artist for those animations. You know, brick wall for the screen animations. Get the clamp silver, box out silver, interceptor on bronze. You've still got 2 left. You may want to put on an extra badge pointer here to get rim protector upgraded. And then with the last one, you may just want to put on pogo stick just to help with a bit of bounce. But that could be a good layout for Paul Millsap. All in all, that's the build. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I hope you have a really great day.